A very warm welcome to all of you. I, Latika Kapoor, welcome you all to the second specialist training session. So today also we have an interesting topic coming for all of you. In time, I would like to invite upon our pillar of strength, our mentor, our guide, who has always provided her with her unconditional support, the Assistant Vice President and the Academic Head of State MR Jaipuria Schools, Ms. Beena Nair. So I welcome you, ma'am. All over to you.
Thank you so much, Latika. Another day, another happy day. Very good morning to all my dear teachers. Today is a very important day because it's a very important topic that we are going to discuss today. Resilience. Resilience can simply be thought of as our ability to bounce back from life's ups and downs. Yes, it is our capacity to deal with stress, get through difficult experiences, navigate challenges well. And people with good resilience have the confidence to take on all the new challenges and view challenges as more surmountable. You teachers have learned to be resilient. Building our resilience requires us to cultivate a very positive mindset. You, my dear teachers, please adjust your mind frames, scan for positives and be grateful. Also nudge your brain's stress response. Treat yourself to some very feel-good habits. So to talk about how to develop emotional resilience, we have a very eminent speaker who is apt for the subject, and I'm very happy to introduce Colonel Ganesh Babu. Colonel Ganesh Babu has served in the army for more than 29 years. He took voluntary retirement in 2014, and subsequently he has started his own training and consultancy services by the name Academy for Life Skill Development at Pune, and conducts regularly a program called Self-Management Leadership. Managing self is Jaipuria, Seth MR Jaipuria School's philosophy as well. So he does many programs, but this is a very exclusive program and I'm going to talk to him to conduct this program for our teachers. He has an engineering degree in electronics and telecommunication. Along with this, he has done masters in applied psychology. And I must tell you that he is a gold medalist in that. So very apt to talk about this topic. MBA and PG diploma in counseling and hypnotherapy. He's a DRDO trained personality trainer assessor. So we have a very eminent personality today, straight from Pune, Maharashtra, who is going to talk about development of emotional resilience. Before I hand over, I want to tell you all, build resilience through positive thinking. Over to you, Colonel Babu, to take on your session.
Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful introduction and giving me this opportunity. It will be my pleasure to talk to your teachers. And I'll just upload my presentation before I start. So to all teachers, many of you are not able to see it because you're on the Facebook oblique in the webinar mode. I'm not able to see most of you, but I'm sure I'll be able to connect with you. Ma'am told that I'm a gold medalist in applied psychology. More than the gold medal in applied psychology, today's topic is more of my own life experience and the various challenges that I've gone through it. And if I was not emotionally resilient, probably I would not have survived those personal tragedies in life. I'll not discuss that, but today's topic, it is very relevant because of the corona crisis that we are facing. So before that, I'll first thank the entire MR Jaipuria School and the management who has given me this opportunity, Beena ma'am and Anjana ma'am, who are personally involved with me in organizing this entire thing. And I hope that this session finds a practical application in your life in terms of building resilience for the life and your professional life, personal life, all domains of life. So the topic today is development of emotional resilience. For the purpose of definition, emotional resilience refers to our capacity to cope or adapt with stressful situation, the ability to bounce back. And this requirement has actually increased many fold because of the current corona crisis, because corona crisis has actually taken us too close to our inner fears. Many of us may be having those fears, but they only got magnified because of the crisis in corona. And since March 2020 onwards, ever since this lockdown started, we have been surrounded by this corona and related news, whether it is through TV, media, or through our close friends who have gone through the tragedy. And many of us, luckily, we have not physically suffered corona, but psychologically, this corona has gone into our psychological space, and it is creating a lot of stress in many of us. It has affected our job profile. It has affected our career aspiration, so many things, dear and near one. And it has brought so much of uncertainty in our life which is of unimaginable, quantum. Probably in my entire lifespan, I have never seen this kind of a personal tragedy or this kind of a stress around me, where completely we don't know what is going to be next. The TV is full of negativity. So I think this topic, development of emotional resilience, anyway, it is a life requirement. This has become a necessity today because of the current corona crisis. Anyway, I will not be specifically talking about emotional resilience connected to corona, because we are all so much aware of it because of TV, media, doctors and all those people advising us through various medium. But I will talk emotional resilience larger than just simply corona and the temporary hype that has been created because of this. I'll not call it hype, it's reality. So my, entire this attempt to interact with you will be not limited to the emotional resilience to deal with corona, but larger life. And one of the best WhatsApp messages that I've got during this period of corona was, if you cannot go outside, go inside. This is a WhatsApp forward that I got in the first lockdown. It says, if you cannot go outside, go inside. A beautiful 2-line quote. But the point is, and if you know how to go inside, we can help our family, our friends, and you as teachers, you can help your students to reconnect with themselves. I think it's a nature's way of resetting the entire thing. The way we were leading our life was definitely a complex life. And kahin na kahin nature ne hum sabko reset kar diya. But the sawal is, go inside where? Kahan andar jana hai? Now, to understand this, we have to understand that we human beings live in two worlds. One is our inner world, which is not visible to us through our naked eyes. And second is our outer world, which we can perceive using a 5 sense perception. That is aankh, kaan, naak, tongue, and skin. These are our input devices, which connects our world outside to the world inside. What is more interesting is, if you are in conflict in a world inside, you will be in conflict in your world outside. I'm sure all of us are experiencing this conflict because corona is actually in the world outside, but so much of input has gone inside that today it has raised so much of conflict within us, uncertainty. And the second part is, if you are in harmony in a world inside, we will be in harmony on the world outside. That's a counter side of it. So the whole idea of today's session is, can we turn this inner dimension, which is not visible to us, if we can take certain degree of charge of this, we can bring so much of harmony in our world outside by bringing harmony in the world inside. To give you an example, the best example that I can think of is from Mahabharata ka ye scene, jahan pe yuddh shuru ho chuka hai, and a very capable person like Arjuna refuses to fight. What was it? Was it a capacity problem? No, it was a software problem. He was also experiencing emotional turbulence for whatever was the incident that time happened. So similarly, like Arjuna, we also, whenever our emotions overpower our intelligence, we also face these kinds of challenges. That's why emotional resilience, the definition jo hai, it says emotional resilience refers to one's ability to cope or adapt to stressful situation or crisis. And Corona definitely has only magnified this requirement. And it took 18 chapters for Krishna to resolve this conflict for Arjuna. And all of us also, in some form or the other, we are Arjuna. And we also need a Krishna to, resolve our inner conflicts. This is a classical case of recorded and a documented counseling. What was Arjuna going through? A capable person becoming incapable because of, a negative loop of thinking. With that as the premise, let us understand, if you want to build up your resilience, we have to understand a basic understanding of the way we operate our life. All of us at all levels are managers. As a housewife, you're managing your house. As a teacher, you're managing some children. As a principal, you're managing certain teaching staff. Modern management, I have also done management. Modern management teaches us to manage 5 M's of the outer world. What are those 5 M's? It is men, material, machine, method, and money. You can put any form of management, you can put them, branch them into any of these: financial management, hospital management, resource management, river management. But the problem is, with so much of management, we can see the amount of mismanagement. And the best example is this COVID wave 2, the kind of disaster we had. Oxygen ki kami, bed nahi mil raha, patients are dying on the road. So super management ke baad super management ka failure. Why it has happened? In order to manage these five M's of the outer world, we have to manage one more M of the inner world, and that's a mind. So if you can manage the world inside you, you can manage the world outside you. The whole problem with today's management is we are so obsessed with the world outside that we have got completely disconnected with the world inside. एंड क्योंकि हम माइंड की बात कर रहे हैं, मन की तुलना घोड़े से किया जाता है. मन एक घोड़ा जैसा होता है. एंड इफ इट इज अ हॉर्स, इट नीड्स टू बी कंट्रोल्ड, बिकॉज हॉर्स इज वेरी पावरफुल, बट दिस पावर हैज टू बी चैनलाइज्ड, दिस हैज टू बी डायरेक्टेड. अ अनडायरेक्टेड वाइल्ड हॉर्स इज फुल ऑफ पावर विद नो डायरेक्शन. सो we must know the art of managing this horse within us. That's our mind. And this, like you can see this small child, fully in control. इस घोड़े की दिशा, दशा और गति तीनों हमारे हाथ में. Once this is the state, you can exercise a lot of control on the world inside, and because of the control of the world inside, we can bring certain degree of control on the world outside. The reverse cannot happen. You cannot attempt to control the world outside by being uncontrolled the world inside. That cannot build the emotional resilience that we are looking for. So the second approach to the control of this horse is completely wild, completely let loose. High power, no direction, no control on the speed. Just imagine if you're sitting on the horse number 1, that is this wild horse, how will it be? Our life will be a total mess. Corona has only magnified the randomness of our mind because of the nature of fears that we are experiencing today. So the whole challenge is, how do you convert this horse number 1 to horse number 2? If you can do that, emotional resilience is a natural consequence. You don't have to build it up. It will be a natural consequence. So the cause is to take charge of the world within you. The effect will be emotional resilience, better stress handling, better problem solving skill, and better way of handling our life. So if you can manage the world inside you, you can manage the world outside you. So the whole process of this interaction today will be, how do we change from Ghoda number 1 to Ghoda number 2? So one of the programs that I do is called Self-Management Leadership, which talks about this process only. So the whole tagline of today's emotional resilience ka class mein, if we can manage the world inside us, we can manage the world outside us. With that as the premise, I will do a small little polling. I'll request Jyoti ma'am to kindly put the poll. The poll ka question is, stability of mind stabilizes the situation. Stability of the mind stabilizes the situation. So based on your degree of control that you feel that you have been able to exercise in various threatening situations or stressful situations, including Corona, how do you rate yourself? Do you think your mind is predominantly horse 1, that's option A, or do you find it is option B?
The poll is in process.
Yeah.
We can see many people quickly responding to it.
Yes.
Good morning, teachers. I hope you all are there, and there's a crowd of 400 people. So it would be great if we get more than 250 responses at least.
So very nice. We have horse 2 Jada. That's very good. 61% as of now.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's fair enough. We got a fair idea that most of you, about 64% feel that you have certain degree of control even under crisis, which is definitely very, very desirable. And there is a 37% as per this poll. It shows that there is a tendency of going outside. So definitely people who have very honestly said that they have this problem of mind going out of control. First of all, I appreciate the honesty. And next is, how do we shift from horse 1 to horse 2? That will be my effort in whatever little time I have got. And I'll try and do as much as justice to this subject as possible here on. So I'll close this poll. So let's continue. So stability of mind stabilizes the situation. So whatever be your situation, बाहर की परिस्थिति अगर आपके मनस्थिति को विचलित नहीं कर पाता, I think you have achieved half the battle. What happens to you on the world outside is simply 10%. The rest 90% is what do you do with that. So stability of the mind stabilizes the situation, and when stability becomes our habit matlab put me into any situation, this is the most likely pattern I'm going to present before the world. So that becomes maturity, and definitely with that maturity comes the clarity. With that as the premise, let's take on today's development of emotional resilience. How do we shift from option 1 to option 2? Now, iske liye main kya karunga? I'll take a model, and this is a complex model, but I'll oversimplify it. And once you understand this model, and once you learn the skills to apply this model, you will find that resilience ka develop hona is a natural consequence. So development of effective problem solving skill. Now, for the purpose of this presentation, we will not limit it to Corona, because Corona is definitely there, and I'm sure with time it will pass on. Touch wood, we all should be safe. We can apply this model on any problem of our life, be it personal life, professional life. I'm a marriage counselor, I do teenage counseling. This is the model that I apply, and I find it very, very effective both for others and on my own personal tragedies of various natures. So let us take this is you. This is you as on today. आज की डेट में 15th की डेट में 9/15, this is you, and you have some goal. This goal can be your personal goal, professional goal, your family goal, financial goal, or maybe dealing with Corona, whatever be the goal. And let's assume that all of us are correctly focused towards this goal. Let's assume that you're correctly focused. What does correct focus means? That your mind and your intellect is completely aligned to your goal, and you're working hard to achieve your goal. Perfectly fine. This is the ideal situation to happen. But unfortunately, what happens? We have challenges. For example, a barrier comes. You are going on a journey, and your tire blasts or your engine seizes. And today, in case of Corona has actually disrupted our entire process of life. So you have a challenge. Now, definitely when you experience an obstacle, it induces pressure within our inner world. Our horse starts going out of control, depending upon what is our resilience. To people who are with high stress resilience, they can manage it to a band. People who are low in resilience, they will start fluctuating. This is natural. And our focus will shift from our goal to the obstacle. This is also natural, because unless this step happens, you cannot identify the problem itself. So this step of shifting your focus from the goal to the obstacle is very, very important. And I call it sarp drishti. Jaise saap kya hai, rekhta rehta hai, so it can go closer and watch it. And in the management terms, it is called critical thinking. So critical thinking is an ability in you to identify the problem. For the purpose of definition, critical thinking is the ability to carefully observing, gathering, analyzing, processing, and making sense of this information that you encountered. This is definitely not a welcome thing to happen, because it's a obstacle, but the issue is we have to deal with it. And if you want to deal with it, first thing you have to diagnose it. And the skill that you require is critical thinking, and that is your ability to observe, gather, analyze, and make sense. What is the problem? Now, in order to do this, there is a concept called, I'll not elaborate it. Any problem you can actually divide into two parts. One part is circle of concern, जिसकी आप सिर्फ चिंता कर सकते हो. You cannot do anything about that part of the problem. For example, Corona. We are not doctors, we are not scientists, so we cannot do anything for what's happening on the world outside. At best, we can be part of the NGO and do some physical activity. But beyond that, Corona is beyond our control. So it falls in a circle of concern. But unfortunately, if you focus too much on the circle of concern, wherever your attention goes, your energy flows, and the circle of concern starts expanding. And when it starts expanding, the problem starts getting magnified. The second part of the problem is circle of influence, what is still within your control. So when you look at any problem, whether of life or whether of Corona, whatever, whether school or your, whatever, any type problem, you can clearly see there is a part which is not in your control and there is a part which is in your control. Now, our ability should be first to identify the problem, then to segregate what is not in my control, circle of concern. I must have the courage to accept it. Like, for example, I lost my wife 2011 May. I have no choice but to accept it, even though my heart refuses to accept. But do I have a choice? No. Second part is, even though I have lost my wife, what is still in my control? That I should be able to focus. What is in my control? My options, my emotions, my thoughts, my ability to deal with that, my ability to deal with my relationship. So the whole challenge is, having identified the problem, have you been able to segregate it? If you have been able to segregate, then definitely you should have a skill to focus on the part which is still in your control. This thinking, if you can generate in you, then in any situation, this itself manifests as your ability to handle stressful situation or the emotional resilience. So development of emotional resilience mein pehla cheez to ye hai, problem ko segregate karna, what is in your control, focus there, what is not in your control, accept it. जब तक हमारे अंदर वो स्वीकार करने की क्षमता नहीं आएगी, we cannot deal with the problem. And if you don't do it, critical thinking leads to hypercritical thinking. मतलब बाल की खाल उखाड़ना शुरू कर दोगे, and then it will get into overthinking. Overthinking is uncontrolled thinking. This is what it is happening today. Overthinking is not problem solving. दोबारा बोल रहा हूँ, overthinking is not problem solving. It is only magnifying the problem. Wherever your attention goes, energy flows. So if your attention is going to that part of the problem which is not in your control, you are getting into, daldal ke andar faste chala jaoge. This is called overthinking. And again saying, overthinking is not problem solving. It is a psychological disorder mein change ho jayega if you don't check it. And if you don't still check it, it'll lead to depression. And if you still don't check it, it can lead to suicidal tendencies. So it's dangerous. And Corona mein, there is so much of information overload. WhatsApp universities are there. They feed so much of negativity. There was one WhatsApp message which says that all people who had vaccination will die within 2 years. And in Kerala, one uncle actually died hearing that news. That bad it is if you don't know how to check the world inside. And when you are getting into this kind of a loop, when you focus your energy on circle of concern, you get into loop one. Loop one thinking, I call it. So this is part one. So how do you deal with it? To deal with it, we have to understand there is another approach to that. And that is, imagine you have a tall building, about 30 feet or 30 floor ka. Once you identify the problem, you should have a capacity to detach from the problem. Kya bola? Once you identify the problem, segregated what is within your control, what is not within your control, before you respond to that, you must have a skill that is called detaching from the problem and looking at the problem from a different perspective. So just imagine if you're able to climb up on this 30 floor ka building and look at the problem again from that building, not only you can see the problem, you can also see the goal. And with this approach, this mental state, when you look for solution, you can observe the problem and also you can create various possible alternatives. This kind of a thinking is called creative thinking. What is it called? Creative thinking. And the moment you built up the skill, from moving from Sarpa Drishti to Garuda Drishti, that is lifting your thinking, the pressure will remove, because not only you see the problem, you also see the possibilities. You also see the opportunities. You also see the ways to get out of that. And all your ways will be within your circle of influence. And pressures are removed because of your elevated position from which you're looking at the ye. This is called creative thinking. For the purpose of definition, creative thinking, it is the ability to look at the problems or situation from a different perspective. This is a very powerful problem solving skill. So all of you are in school. If you have this skill of moving from Sarpadrishti to Garudrishti, you become an asset to any organization. Any organization will have a lot of people who can see the problem, who can critically evaluate the problem, but very few can come up with possible solution. Because to come up to possible solution, you must have creative thinking. So to continue with that, this is loop 2 thinking. I call it loop 2 thinking. Loop 1 is घोड़ा out of control. Loop 2 is घोड़ा within control. Now, यहाँ पे दो चीज बोलूंगा, बाहर की परिस्थिति, भीतर की मनस्थिति. So परिस्थिति जब तक आपके मनस्थिति को विचलित नहीं कर सकता, you are an excellent person with excellent problem solving skill. And when you have excellent problem solving skill, you definitely come with a person with excellent emotional resilience within you. And when you become a source of this resilience, you influence this amongst others. And in your presence, others also become resilient. That's leadership. Your ability to influence and inspire others. It can be your family, it can be your colleagues, or it can be anything, any level of leadership. If a leader is stable, he influences stability in his subordinates. So you need not be a leader by position. You can be a leader by your inner stability. Now, just to put it in a practical term, I'll just see how much time is left. I still have 4 minutes. I'll quickly cover it. Any situation, you can put them into 3 categories: the present of the situation, the past, and the future. From the present, if you go to the past, you can identify what you did, what all you did to have this situation created. This can be a life situation, and you can ask a question, counter question, why did you do that? For example, if you fail in an examination, you can go back and identify what you did because of which you failed, and what could have been done, or why did you do that? These why questions help you to identify the root cause. Second is, what were my options? What were my alternative option, and why I did not do that? This is where you can see the shifting of your circle of concern and circle of influence. I'll do it quickly. For the future efforts, you have to see today what you're doing. Is it loop 1 thinking or loop 2 thinking? If you're repeating the same mistake that you did in the past, you're not changing the input, so the output will not change. So I'll speed it up. So this part is called the creative thinking. This part is called the critical thinking. So whatever outcome you want in the future, this will only come when you're able to take care of the present. The present becomes a cause. The future becomes the effect. So if you want emotional resilience, you must know how to switch from loop 1 thinking, that is horse 1 to horse 2. That's a start point. मैं इसको explain नहीं करूँगा, otherwise it will. I will have quickly the second poll. The question is, based on your life experience, what do you think? You are able to focus on the green, that is circle of influence, or do you think you tend to more focus on the circle of concern, that is option B, reactive focus or proactive focus? Jyoti ma'am, can I request you for this poll?
Yes, Colonel Babu, just a minute.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Here it is.
Yeah, I will request all of you to kindly, put your. Okay.
Our bunch of teachers are very, very quick, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Okay, this has been extremely honest comment. So as of now, 73% people have honestly told that focusing on proactive thing, and there are about 29% who say reactive. Now, people who are focusing on the reactive, you must understand what's happening is that you're focusing on that part of the problem which is not in your control. It is waste of energy. Hindi mein se bolte rai ka pahad banana. So we need to switch from what is not in your control to what is in our control. And 75% people have voted ki they are able to focus on circle of influence. If you are able to focus on circle of influence, you will be a much in demand person in your family, in your profession, because you not only can see the problem, you can also come out with ways of solving it. Very powerful way of thinking if you can do it. इसके ऊपर ज़्यादा चाहिए तो 7 Habits of Effective People का chapter number 2 में दिया हुआ, begin with the end in mind. Be proactive वाले में उसमें इसका ऊपर और दिया हुआ है. So we'll continue from here. My time is very less, so I'll just try to
No
wind
worries,
up.
no worries, Karan Babu. Take 2 minutes extra. That's okay. Completely
Okay,
fine.
I was actually brushing up, ma'am.
No,
So
no,
I'll
it's
just
okay.
give you a little tool to you. All of you imagine, जहाँ पे ladies बिंदी लगाती है माथे पे, imagine there is a LED, and this LED has got half red and half green. Half red and half green. And let's imagine कि वो बिंदी में red and green indicates the state of our mind. Ghoda number 1 oblique Ghoda number 2. So imagine if it is Ghoda number 1, that is your mind going out of control, the LED lights red. So if you feel कि आपका मन एकदम विचलित हो रहा है and your LED is red, that means your mind is going out of control. And at the same time, if you feel your mind is very, very stable, and even under pressure, your mind is operating under so much of stability, imagine it is green. So all of you for this moment, imagine that you have a LED which is half red and half green. And before you engage with the world outside, internally look inside and see what is the light the LED is glowing, green or red. If it is red, take care. It is better to remain silent than expressing something violently, because it will have consequences. And if you feel your LED is glowing green, you engage, because that engagement is very well thought after, very calculated response rather than reacting to it. So emotional resilience को develop करने का पहला चीज है to take charge of the world within you. This Ghoda, what is this Ghoda? It is mind. There is another component called intellect. I'll not cover it here because there's no time. So unless your mind works as a subservient to your intellect, the intellect has to be the boss and the mind has to be the subservient. Only then the green LED will come. But if your mind takes over the intellect, it is an emotional mess. So in life, if you can keep your intellect over your mind can work as a beautiful servant. But the mind is a terrible, terrible master. So the first one, the Ghoda number 1 is a terrible master. The number 2 is an excellent servant. This is the control that I'm talking about. And that's a primary source of examples. Arunima Sinha, I'm sure you must be knowing this person. She lost her leg because some Gunda party pushed her because they wanted a chain. She lost her leg. Most of us would have crumpled under that loss of leg. What she did, she went to Mount Everest, and not only Mount Everest, I don't know how many mountains she climbed. बदमाशों ने चलती ट्रेन से उसको फेंका, उन्होंने टांग गवाया. This is resilience. A young girl in her 20s lost her leg and fought back, and she climbed Mount Everest. Not Mount Everest, at least 5 peaks in the world. That's tremendous amount of resilience. Second, now this person is from the armed forces, so naturally resilience is part of his training. Wing Commander Abhinandan. My mother was glued to the TV. कि उसको कब release करेंगे. And if you remember that footage that they released of his Wing Commander Abhinandan ka, sorry Major, I'm not supposed to tell you. And he says, if you remember that video once again, he says, I don't know if I'll go back to India or not. That means he knew that there is a high possibility that he may not come up. So military people are designed by that. Our selection is like that. But this is not a military requirement. This is a life requirement to build emotional resilience. Emotional resilience refers to one's ability to cope and adapt to stressful situation. Corona bahar hai, lekin corona bhitar nahi hona chahiye. That's my power. And when you become powerful, you can transfer that power to people who are around you. That's your family. So some of the things that you can build up to this, I'll not explain it. It is high degree of optimism. देखो corona होके it's almost 1.5 years. We have not been fortunately infested. Even if it was that we were able to save it. So let's not lose hope. There is hope. So life will always come with the plus and minus. So let's have the courage to face the negatives of life also with the same resilience and with the same zeal that we face with the successes of our life. Self-belief, Atmavishwas, my ability to believe in my own capacity that I can fight back, like Arunima Sinha. And our self-control, Atmaniyantran. My emotions cannot fluctuate to a degree. This is my mind, and my mind will take my instructions. It will not go out of my control. Willingness to adapt and change. Parivartan Jeevan ka niyam hai. The faster you switch over, the better it is. We all have got affected by corona. Our movement have got restricted, our social life. That so be it. We are alive. So let us enjoy our own company, our willingness to adapt and change to these changing times. The more we fight with situation, the more we will become weak. Second is willingness to be flexible, not only physical flexibility, mental flexibility, emotional flexibility. The faster we adapt to this change, the easier it becomes. Loss of my wife. There is always a fight between your head and heart. What your head knows, your heart refuses to accept. What your head knows, your heart refuses to accept. Can we bring them into harmony? That's resilience. Ability to solve problems. Sarp drishti, identify the problem, segregate it, Garud drishti, focus. And not only we should focus, we should teach our children to focus. Social support system, friends, relatives, and our close people. We may be physically apart, but emotionally we are connected, giving strength to each other, positive energy to each other, cut off from all those negative people. Anyone who pulls you down, keep them away. Sense of humor. जब भगवान जब बजाता है ना, थोड़ा सा उसका भी मजा लेना चाहिए. इसका मतलब क्या है? If you can smile during adversity, you are a very, very courageous person. Your ability to bounce back, your ability to smile when things are not in your favor, that's sheer leadership. So I will request you to watch 2 videos because many things I could not cover. One video is you go to YouTube and type SML, Self-Management Leadership, Mind Matters. It's a 2-hour video. And second is Self-Awareness, Key to Success, where I've given this model. How do we create this garbage inside and why our mind goes out of control? Zohari window, one concept I've explained. So I'll request you to note that self-management leadership of mind matters and self-awareness key to success. Finally, the last slide. To all our problems in life, we are focused too much on the world outside. Elon Musk has reached Mars. If we could only focus inward, I think most of the problem can be solved if we can generate this capability of looking inward. But unfortunately, आज अंदर बहुत अंधकार हो गया है और बाहर की चकाचौंध में हम अटक गए. And because of Corona, we are not going to go outside and we don't know the art of going inside. So if you can't go outside, go inside. So that was my whole thing, and I've tried to finish it as much as possible. I can take any question that you wish to ask in case.
So thank you, sir. I can see, and even the teachers have loads and loads of takeaways, and they do have questions.
Yeah, sure.
We'll be having a quiz shortly, but before that, let's have a few questions. For that, I would like to invite team members. First, I would like to invite Ms. Harshita Dhal to ask a question. Welcome, Harshita.
Morning, sir. Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
First of all, I would really like to say that what an insightful session it was, and we could actually have many takeaway strategies that we can actually use. But while you were taking the session, sir, I was contemplating on a few points.
Yes, please.
Like you said, that we all need a Krishna.
Correct, ma'am.
So for certain people, that Krishna may not be inside us.
Correct, ma'am.
We may come across a point wherein we need outside help.
Correct.
So your understanding, like you said, that you need to have that capacity to detach from the problem and look at it from a perspective.
Correct.
But all might not have the ability to do that.
Correct.
So my question is that there is a lot of taboo around this, that, you know, a lot of people who really need psychological help in terms of some counseling or anything of that sort.
Correct,
but there's so much taboo that nobody, you know, comes forward that, okay, I need help.
Correct.
Even to say that. And if somebody comes across and says that, okay, I think I need help, so usko usually bol diya jata hai, nahi, aisa kuch nahi hai, you just meditate or you just do breathing exercises, that would do the trick for you. Yes. So that sort of a taboo is still existing.
Yes,
and I think we are a larger group sitting here today, 400 participants, as we know.
Correct.
So I think it's a good platform if you could just address your take on this particular thing, that, you know, how to deal with this taboo and how to, you know, really come forward if you really need external help.
Ma'am, I will give this example by my personal experience. I will not quote the example. I lost my wife. It was an unnatural death, and it has something to do with this. I'm from an engineering background. I'm a soldier. And for us, emotional resilience is inbuilt into us, ma'am. But because of that inbuilt thing, I could not identify certain changes that my wife was going through. Incidentally, my wife was a counselor and she needed help. There were indicators indirect and I could not understand it. So I am a person who is taking this session today, not because I'm trained for this. It is out of my personal experience, loss. Now, this is a very big problem in our country and probably outside also many places, because if we have a physical problem, if we have a physical accident, हमारा हाथ टूट जाता, पाँव टूट जाता है, everybody takes us to the hospital. People are very happy to put there and serve us. The physical problems are accepted and it is okay to go to a doctor. But when physical dimension is only one fourth of our existence, there are other three dimensions to us. We have an intellectual dimension to us, we have an emotional dimension to us, we have a value dimension to us. Now the problem what you're saying is, when somebody has got a mental issue, something concerning your mind where you feel it is going out of control, the taboo is so much कि एक psychiatrist के पास या counseling के पास जाने से, the first thing labeling is called ये पागल है, मतलब पागल है क्या उधर जा रहा है. And now as I'm saying this, I know कि this thing exists within us also, because that's the way our society is there. But the reality today is, ma'am, let me give you an example of Bangalore. Bangalore we all know as IT city of India. Ma'am, Bangalore is known for two other things. Bangalore is the suicide capital of India amongst youth, educated youth. Who are those people? Mostly software people. Why? Software people can make an algorithm and solve any complex problem of the world outside. But when they have a small problem within themselves, they crash. So this is a reality, and this taboo, या तो हम taboo को रख सकते हैं या हम बंदे को बचा सकते हैं. So this mindset has to change. And if a person is communicating that he is in trouble, we cannot say नहीं ठीक हो जाएगा, meditation कर लो या ठीक हो जाएगा. ठीक नहीं होगा. It is better to intervene. It is better to go through that. थोड़ा सा वो stigma भी हो जाता है that the person survives. And today, because of this COVID, this problem is only magnified, ma'am. It is only magnified many fold, and probably because of magnification, there is a certain degree of acceptance also. And a lot of people have come, a lot of NGOs have come who have started doing this. Many of us Indian marriages, people are suffering. They are suppressing emotion. They are going through they are in an emotional mess. They don't have expression, and one day they blast. If you're aggressive, you do damage to other. If you're not aggressive, you're depressive, you cause damage to ourselves. So जब हमें पता चल रहा है कि our inner processes are going hayway, it is better, like we go to a doctor, we must have the courage. If you cannot speak to your close friends or close people, because उनको taboo को ज़्यादा होता है, you must have one or two souls with whom you can express this. Expressing does not solve it, but it eliminates the pressure. Unfortunately, we cannot even express it, because हमें लगता है अगला क्या सोचेगा. वो जो सोचे, it is better that your pressure cooker releases the pressure rather than getting entangled. We create a mask showing everything is nice. We are silent on the outside, noisy on the inside. I think this noise has to be acknowledged by people. Our close people must understand jitna physical dard ho, physical pain can go, but this emotional pain is so devastating, because आपका mind का पूरा internal structure change कर देता है. And today many diseases are psychosomatic in nature, ma'am. What does it mean? ये पहले मन के uncontrolled सोच से शुरू होता है, and धीरे धीरे it gets into a negative loop and it starts affecting your endocrine system. So thoughts are the origin, the effect is endocrine system. These are ductless gland. ये सीधा blood में pump करता है, and over a period of time our concerned organ becomes weak. So thyroid problem, pancreatic problem, diabetic, hypertension, BP, in सबका origin is uncontrolled thinking. So today mental disorder is a reality, and India के बच्चे, they are suffering through that. Married couples are suffering. Today, young boys and girls are getting married. Both of them are educated. Both of them are financially independent. But the emotional understanding is not there. They go through marital flaws and suddenly they get split. So Bangalore, second, is known for divorce capital of India. Who are these people? It's not normal Karnataka. It is educated young people. So this is a reality. इस taboo को माँ बाप और हम जितना जल्दी accept करेंगे, थोड़ा सा बेशरम बनने में फायदा है, because it can help us to survive. तो मेरा तो यही बोलूंगा, it is better to get that label, हाँ गया था डॉक्टर के पास, but go and survive, because अगर life होगा तभी तो फिर आगे होगा. So no point not getting that label and suffering. Let me get that label. And I have gone through counseling, ma'am. Today I'm a counselor. When my wife expired, I could not sleep, and the doctor gave me something called happy medicine. वो क्या करता है, ब्रेन को ऑफ करता है, because even the counseling didn't work for me. So I have no shame in saying that I have gone to a psychiatrist, not because I was pagal, because the loss of my wife was so dominantly affecting me that I had sleepless nights. 2 बजे नींद उठता, 5 बजे तक घूमता, कोई काम में इंटरेस्ट नहीं, loss of energy, loss of life, no suicidal thought. I was a soldier, but my entire life went upside down. Can I handle my relationship if I'm myself out of control? I cannot. So I could not identify the problem with my wife. That's my kamjori, not kamjori, my ignorance. I wish I knew that. I could see the symptoms, but I could not identify. So today I'm not feeling victim, but I feel why I was so ignorant. If I was aware, मैं कुछ भी कर सकता था उनके लिए, लेकिन मुझे पता ही नहीं चला. And I have no shame in saying that I have gone to a psychiatrist, not by anybody's compulsion, by my own, because I knew something wrong was happening here. And I have no shame in taking for 1 month. I was on drugs, and that drugs really did not help me. Today I'm a counselor. I'm taking this session purely out of that. So anyone who is going to have the courage to face it. That's my advice, ma'am.
Yes, rightly said, sir. Now I would like to invite Ms. Niharika.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, everyone. So first of all, thanks a lot, sir, for such an enlightening session. And a very valid point you mentioned that if we cannot go outside, go inside. So my question here is related with preschoolers and toddlers. Like sometimes toddlers are highly energetic or hyperactive. Then what should we do to help them in going inside, or how to keep them mentally stable?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, first of all, I am involved in so many schools, teachers ka training mein bachche as small as 7 to 8 years. Ma'am, the problem that we do is, as parents, as teachers, as adult, as father, kahin na kahin, I am not aware of this process. Matlab, before, Niharika ma'am, before we teach it to our children, I think first we need to learn ourselves. You cannot teach your children swimming if you don't know swimming yourself. And the moment you know swimming yourself, you will also find ways to teach them swimming. The problem is, ma'am, I want to teach my children concentrate when I myself don't know the methodology to concentrate. So the best time to teach our children to concentrate and take charge of the world inside is not when they become 7, 8, 9, 10. The best time is when they are in the house. Matlab, when they are children, that time we should know how to draw boundaries. Boundaries ka matlab, there has to be a balance between love and law. Unfortunately, today's parenting is, both parents are working, they have a lot of money, no time. So they give excessive love to compensate for something which are not giving. And earlier we had joint family system. So all these things were done by our grandparents. Today they are not there. We are outsourcing parenting to crush. 2 साल का बच्चा crush में जाता है. Niharika ma'am, as a father and mother, first primary role of raising this child is Mat Pita Guru Devam. You are 3rd number pe, ma'am. As a guru, you are number 3. The first is mother. If a mother is stable during pregnancy, the child is stable during after birth. Today, there is a term called this child is born emotionally weak. You know why? Because a mother during the stage of pregnancy was unstable, and this energy of instability induces in the child. It is like Abhimanyu learning how to get into Chakravyuh before even actually he was born. So the child has learned becoming emotionally weak, even he has come back. So the problem ka root is somewhere else. Now the question is, you as teachers, how do you manage the children? That's the question, ma'am. Yes, there are 2 ways of managing it. One is, ma'am, when the children are making noise, you take a duster and toko the duster and create a bigger noise. So you create a bigger noise to suppress that noise. That's one way. Second is, ma'am, you increase your silence. And in the influence of your silence, they start silencing. This is influence, ma'am. Let me explain it. When you go to a Gurudwara, when you go to a mandir, when you go to a masjid, what do you do, ma'am? You go and surrender. What is surrender? Surrender. Surrender. Sir. So when a teacher stands with you in front of a children, instead of standing purely from a position of authority, if you can stand as an influencer, कि आपको देख के, आपके स्टेबिलिटी को देख के बच्चे स्टेबल हो जाए. And that's the start point. Secondly, ma'am, if some kind of a inward looking thing, just I conduct classes, first I do 8 to 10 minutes ka small meditation, no spiritual, no religion se connected, your ability to look back inward. How do you identify? This is called higher order thinking, Niharika ma'am. Jo aapne pucha, it is called higher order thinking. What is higher order thinking? Your ability to think about your own thinking. Your ability to think about your own thinking. This you can introduce by asking probing question. Asking probing question matlab which challenges the mind to observe their own thoughts. तो आज का जो Q&A सेशन होगा, I'll request you, उसको आप देखना, आप देना भी, वो देखना आपके दिमाग में प्रेशर डालेगा, क्योंकि वो आपको परेशान करेगा, उसका आंसर मन करेगा A लेने का, लेकिन अंदर से आवाज आएगा तू B है. What is it? You are probing the question, you are probing the mind. Higher order thinking. तो कभी दोबारा मौका मिलेगा. How to do that in small children? The children has to be given that tool to think rather than feeding. Unfortunately, education system rote memory करते हैं. A for apple. There is no questioning in the child. So it kills the creativity in the child, ma'am.
So basically distract their mind towards positivity.
Positivity and compelling them to think, ma'am. Yeah. Compelling, for example, बच्चे ने कुछ करने से पहले, अच्छा आप सीधा बोलने के, अच्छा ऐसा किया तो क्या होगा? क्यों? ऐसा करने से क्या होगा? The child is now, it is called open-ended questions, ma'am.
Yes.
Open-ended question matlab, you don't give the child yes or no option. You force him to think, ma'am. So this is a skill. Sometime बाद में मौका मिलेगा तो हम इसको करेंगे. But before निहारिका मैम बच्चों को करने से पहले we need to. I'll request you to watch the video Cell SML Mind Matters. उसमें आपको बहुत सारा वो idea मिलेगा, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. It will definitely help to all teachers and parents here. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have, I'll take one more question.
Please, ma'am.
So it's from Nirmala Srivastava, Rajajipuram campus. So she's asking, please tell how to emotionally stabilize a person who has met with an accident while drinking water, and now due to fear, the person does not drink water, rather he feels no difficulty in drinking any other liquid or solid food.
Ma'am, was the accident, I don't know, matlab, the accident happened concerning the water related accident, ma'am?
So the person had an accident while drinking water.
Achha, while drinking, galat track pe chala gaya or something like that, no, ma'am?
Yeah, maybe.
Ma'am, I don't know what is the age of that person. If the age of that person is adult, so he should be able to, get onto it much faster. But it's a child. What happens is, ma'am, when you meet with an accident or when you have a tragedy, there are imprints in our mind. Imprints का मतलब क्या होता है? हमारे mind में वो memory आ जाता है. Let me just give you an example, ma'am. Suppose आपके school के सामने there is a car, उसके नीचे एक dog सोता रहता है हमेशा. Every day it is there, you go, you don't bother. But today when you're going, suddenly that dog came and bit a man. बुरी तरह से. People came, मार मुर के भगा दिया. Now this incident has gone inside you. Now next day, tomorrow when you come, everything is normal till you come to that gate. And the moment you come to that gate and you see that car and the dog below, what will happen to you, ma'am? That memory.
The memory will come.
Loaded. So what I will tell you is that, ma'am, the problem is not with the event. The problem is interpretation of the event. क्या मतलब है, मैम? घटना से प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. उस घटना का जो हमने इंटरप्रिटेशन किया है, उसमें गलती है. Let me give you an example. Arunima Sinha. She lost her leg. Can you imagine the loss of leg? Kaisa hoga, ma'am? That young girl was sleeping between two patri whole night. If her skin was being kutro by the chua. You watch that video, ma'am. TED Talk mein she is there. Matlab, when she speaks, you can experience that fear and the pain. But the interpretation was different. Next day morning when she gets up, you know what she says? If I have survived this, crisis of lying in between two patri and my leg gone cut, there must be a higher purpose. And before she was taken to the hospital, she made a decision that once I am off the hospital, I will climb Mount Everest. And once she was discharged from the hospital, she did not go to her house. She went to Bichendri Pal's house. Bichendri Pal के घर में गई, तो बिचेंद्री पाल ने जब उसको देखा, बोला तुम कौन हो बच्चे, तुम्हारे पैर को क्या हो गया? She says, I'm Arunima Sinha. I've come from hospital and I want to climb Mount Everest. बिचेंद्री पाल ने उसको देखा और उसने बोला, बेटा माउंट एवरेस्ट तो तू ऑलरेडी चढ़ चुकी है, सिर्फ डेट लिखना बाकी है. What I'm trying to say is, it is the interpretation of the event which is causing this pain. So पानी पीते टाइम आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपन, हो सकता है गलत ट्रैक पे चला गया, चोक हो गया होगा, ब्रीदिंग हो गया होगा. अब वो एक उसका इंटरप्रिटेशन ऐसा हो गया कि कभी भी मैं पानी पीऊंगा तो ये हो जाएगा. दिस इंटरप्रिटेशन हैज टू चेंज, एंड दिस इंटरप्रिटेशन हैज टू चेंज बाय अ प्रोसेस ऑफ लव, बिकॉज इसमें लॉजिक से नहीं समझेगा, बिकॉज द फियर कैन नॉट बी रिमूव्ड बाय लॉजिक. The fear has to be addressed at the level of fear. So I don't know what is the age of that person and what was the experience of that person. Somebody with whom that person, that child trusts, उनके साथ बैठ के इस घटना का interpretation change करके देना पड़ेगा. He is looking at the tail side of the event. He has to look at the head side. This has to be assisted. So he needs help. The help can come from a family member, but family members cannot do it because they are emotionally attached. They are emotionally attached to the person, so it has to be done by a person who can deal with that person stably, who can, talk in a language that is acceptable to me in a non-threatening, acknowledging his fear as real. Many times what happens, हम उसके fear को ही reject कर देंगे. नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं, तो तुम गलत सोच रहे हो. No, वो गलत नहीं सोच रहा, अपनी सोच में बिल्कुल सही सोच रहा है. हाँ, वो उसको नुकसान कर रहा है. So this whoever is that person, somebody whom he trusts, whom he respects, and who can speak to him in a non-threatening manner, gradually can help him to change the interpretation of this event and gradually expose him to this. This is a gradual process, and the child, if he's a child, he has to face it, ma'am. He cannot avoid it और इसको encourage नहीं करना, नहीं तो ये deep rooted हो जाएगा. मतलब उसको पानी से डर, swimming pool से डर, bridge से डर, it will develop into phobia. So this interpretation must change, and you must take professional help required, or otherwise a person with the child is very comfortable and who can deal with him at appropriate level if it's a child. If it's an adult, it's much more relatively easy than a child, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, once again. And now I would like to invite Miss Anjana for the quiz. All over to you, Anjana.
Can I put the video off now?
Colonel Babu, so much of Anjana, you can just start your quiz. I must tell my dear audience, thank you so much for an overwhelming response. Now I tell all the audience, my dear teachers, we are going to get him back again. Address, that is what the teachers are telling me. My phone, my WhatsApp is overflowing with messages that dil nahi bhara hai listening to you. So I'm sure we are going to get you back again. So now teachers, please gear up for your quiz. So this quiz is going to decide whether we are going to get him back or not.
I'll put the video off, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to all of you, all viewers. Thank you. Great it was talking to you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but we will have a last remark after the quiz.
No, ma'am. I'll be
present. Thank you, Anjana ma'am, for such a wonderful quiz. And teachers really enjoyed a lot. Thank you, sir. Once again, your session was really amazing. And thank you, Beena ma'am, to you too, for bringing sir back once again on Janta Ki Demand.
Oh, thank you.
Beena ma'am, any closing remarks?
Yes. I must tell you, Colonel Babu, like I am receiving messages after messages telling that please request him to speak to our students. Yes, resilience is something that our students are, supposed to know. How to focus on things, how they have to move from Sarpa Drishti to Garp Drishti and also to go within. I must tell you, my dear teachers, understanding self is Seth M.R. Jaipuria philosophy as well. Right from nursery onwards, we give opportunity for children to identify their strengths, their weakness, and develop from within. And we give possibilities and opportunity for our educators to identify and develop from within. Now, with his inputs, I'm sure that you would have realized how everything can be the root cause. Everything starts from the mind. Very, very important how to control your mind and be positive, be humorous. We also had session on how to be humorous and how humor can bring in a lot of positivity. And I think beautifully he has explained, how to increase your influential circle and how to become a popular person and how to diminish your circle of concern. Very, very beautiful. So thank you so much. And my vada to all my dear teachers, we are going to get him back for a more, longer duration so that the whole day we can be with him. And I'm personally very, very keen to do the course of self-management leadership.
Thank you,
and my team also will be doing the course. I just told that to our, boss only, that we should have this course done. Have a great day. Stay positive, all of you. Be positive, be happy. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am, for such wonderful surprises. Thank you once again. Thank you, teachers. Thank you all.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.